Well, good morning. Welcome to the channel, My Geezer Guitar Journey. Hope everybody's doing well. It's Monday, August 18th, and I'm gonna do a song here in a minute by John Prine, and unfortunately, the late John Prine. He just passed away recently, and so the title of this song is "Day Is Done," and I think it was released in the mid-90s. This particular version, this is Joanne Cooper, by the way. It's also Ultimate Guitar version, the same version. But before we get into that, I want to touch base on something. I mentioned it in a community post that I put on my channel, and something I posted to YouTube. A dear friend of the channel, Randy from Randy's Rhythm. Randy is one of the nicest guys. If you ever went to his channel, just an awesome guy. He's extremely down to earth, but he's got a wealth of knowledge, and he's a very generous man, and has an excellent channel, by the way. You really need to subscribe if you haven't already. And so Saturday, my wife and I were fortunate enough that a few years back I was selected to by Honor Flight Columbus to be flown to Washington, D.C., and we got to go through all the monuments. They treated me to lunch, and I had my own what they call guardian. He or she escorts you all throughout all the monuments, and of course I got to see the wall, and I got to even do rubbings of a couple of friends of mine who were lost in Vietnam. And so anyway, it was a great day. My wife really enjoyed it, and I got to see the director, Beth Johnson. She's a absolute sweetheart and a good friend of mine. I try and support them every way I can. I've done 5Ks for them. I've done veterans parades for them, and I was Grand Marshal for last year, or actually this past year, for their Patriots for 5K run, and my daughter flew in from Georgia just to compete in it with me. My grandson, I think, finished third, so it was amazing, and it was a great day. Anyway, so the reason I bring it up is, so we had gone through this, and of course, whenever I do anything emotion or anything with veteran, my veteran connections and everything, it's always an emotional day. So I was kind of being, relaxing a little, getting the emotions back in control. And and one other thing, I forgot to mention this the other day. There's a young lady, beautiful young girl, and she tapped me on the shoulder. We had to wear our name tags and our veterans information and everything. And she tapped me on the shoulder and she said, "Can I ask you a favor?" I said, "Sure." She said, "Do you have a story about your visit to the wall, or to the honor flight. And I said, well, yeah. And I actually started crying, kind of welling up as I told her this story. What I didn't know was she was writing it all down, and I am now featured in the National Veterans Memorial down in downtown Columbus, Ohio. I have a little post-it note with my story. So I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, now let me get back to what I was going to tell you. So Randy posted this video, and he said if you know a veteran or a gold member, gold family member, gold star family member, and they either play guitar or they want to learn how to play guitar, I'm going to be giving away this guitar, and I'm going to, by the way, I'm going to link you to the video. You have to watch the video. This is I believe he said it's from 2013, but I won't swear to that. It is a 50s model, Gibson J45. I don't know what these retail for, but I know they're thousands of dollars. Beautiful guitar. And he is going to give it away to a veteran or a Gold Star family member. And all he asked for was this, to people to nominate somebody and then tell that story of that person. I think it was Randy's wife's idea, if I remember correctly, the way he put it. So I'm going to link you guys to that, but if you know a Gold Star family member, by the way, for those who don't know, Gold Star family member would be a survivor, maybe a son, a grandson, a daughter, granddaughter, mother, father, etc., who lost a loved one serving our country. And from what I understand, Randy is not limiting it just to the continental U.S., but he's also including Alaska and Hawaii. I think that's what he said, but watch the video, please. So what I'm asking all my friends to do, first of all, go over and you'll be glad you did. Go over and subscribe to Randy's channel. But secondly, if you know someone, in particular a veteran perhaps that served in, of course we're losing all of our, matter of fact, we had at our reunion, we had, I believe, 12 to 1,800, I forget how many now, but 12 to 1,800 veterans who have flown the missions, who were at that reunion. Now we've flown over 10,000 veterans to, including myself, to Washington for this. This all started by some private citizens here in Columbus, Ohio, a doctor who started doing it for World War II veterans. And what I was going to say is that we're losing all of our World War II veterans. And my dad, who was World War II veteran, he's been gone since 1995. My dad was a highly decorated naval aviator, and was actually decorated by James Forrestal, and he actually flew Hellcats, F-6F Hellcats in the Pacific, and was decorated for his was given the Air Medal by Forrestal, James Forrestal. Anyway, so we're losing all of our World War II veterans, and that was how this honor flight was all started. And I guess out of 1,200 people, veterans that were attended the memorial and our reunion, I guess there were only 4 World War II veterans. I know on my flight we had 100 and I believe it was 119 or 120 veterans who were on my flight. We only had 1 World War II veteran. I think we had 4 or 5 Korean veterans, and then the rest of us were Vietnam veterans. At that time, this was before they have made some changes. Honor Flight has. That's another organization. If you are a veteran or know of any veterans, 65 or older, register. Get yourself selected to go on this trip. It's an awesome trip. And so anyway, back to what I was saying. So we're losing all those World War II veterans. And but what I'm saying is that if you know someone, perhaps they, in my age group, they served in Vietnam, or maybe, I have a friend who I lost, and his son and I now are friends on social media. He doesn't live here. He lives in, I think he's in Denver now. He was in Texas for a while, but I think he's in Denver now. And so I'm going to actually find out if he plays the guitar or would be interested. And if so, I'm going to tell his dad's story, because his dad died in 1969, I believe. And then his mom passed away from cancer she was a very close friend of mine. Both his mom and dad. And so his mom died at a very early age. I think she was in her 40s maybe, when she died of cancer. And as a, 2-time cancer warrior, I can really relate to that. So anyway, but I'm going to find out if he has an interest, or maybe his daughter. His daughter served, by the way, in the military. So kind of cool that it seems like that happens in families. You look at my family, both of my grandfathers, my great-grandfather, both my grandfathers, my dad, several of my uncles, and my older brother. We've all served. So it kind of seems to be like a family trait in some cases, and that's what it was with us. Our dad taught us a certain way, and we believed it, and still do. So anyway, but I want everybody to, all of you, jump over there and sign up. First of all, subscribe to Randy's channel. It's Randy's Rhythm. He's a phenomenal guitarist. He has got some of the most exciting vintage guitars you ever saw. Matter of fact, I'll tell a quick story about it. He did a thing last year, I think it was last year. He did a video about a Sears catalog guitar that he had come upon, and he had it all rebraced and all redone and everything. And I think he paid, I think if I remember correctly, he said he paid somewhere around $1,300 for it, something like that. Maybe $1,500. I'm not sure the exact amount. And I had to laugh because, he mentioned it was a Sears catalog guitar. And I had to laugh because my very first guitar, the one that I was planning on learning on, was a Sears catalog guitar from 1964. And it was identical, almost identical to the one Randy was playing. And we were talking about it, and he showed the catalog I think he showed it on the video. And they ran from like $29 to $59. And that's what my parents paid for mine. It was like $59. So I thought you'd get a kick out of that. Anyway, go over and look at it. Look at the video if you know somebody Gold Star family member or a veteran that you think would really benefit from it. And truthfully, it's kind of a healing thing, especially the music part of it. So go over there and see if you can't help out a vet or a Gold Star family member. Anyway, and thanks to Randy. Randy, you're a great guy. Love you. Love you. He's got a fantastic channel. You need to subscribe to it. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do Day Is Done by John Prine. There is no capo on this. There are only 3 chords. You got G, D. What was that? Okay, let's try that again. D. There we go. And A. Hope I don't do that while I'm playing it. Okay, so here we go with Day Is Done, John Prine.
Me? Well, I hope you do. 'Cause if you like me, then I think I'm gonna have to like you too. We'll share our things and have some fun. Then we'll say goodbye and go back home when the day is done. If you tell me, I'll tell you too. And we'll say the things and do the things that lovers do. We'll keep it to ourselves. We won't hurt no one. Then we'll say goodbye and go back home when the day is done. We'll carve our names on a tree. Then we'll burn it down so no one in the world will see. And we'll make love while we watch the flame. Then we'll walk away as if we never had no shame. To be alone, and we can't say our sweet things on a telephone. If we can't stop what we've begun, we should say goodbye and go back home when the day is done. Do you still like me? Well, I hope you do. 'Cause if you still like me, then I think I'm gonna have to still like you. We shared our things and had some fun. Now we'll say goodbye and go back home when the day is done. Yeah, we'll say goodbye and go back home while we still have one. Let's say goodbye and go back home now the day is done.
Nice song. Like that a lot. John Prine, Day Is Done. And again, I think, well, you know what, let me look real quick. I'm pretty sure it was within this past year that we lost John, but let's see for sure. And, you know, he wrote some unbelievable songs over the years. And as a matter of fact, if memory serves, I think he actually. Oh, okay. It's been a few years. I thought it was. I thought it was. I thought it was more recent than that. He died in 2020, so 5 years ago. Anyway, but I think he wrote "In the Ghetto," if memory serves. I may be wrong on that. If anybody knows out there, and and I'm wrong, please let me know. If I'm right, you don't have to worry about it. But if I'm wrong, let me know. Correct me. Anyway, don't forget comments, questions, queries, suggestions, and or requests. Step on over to Randy's Rythym and sign up there. Subscribe there and you put together a story if you know a veteran or a Gold Star family member that would like to learn how to play guitar. That's the kind of guitar I would love to have. And I'll guarantee anybody that's kind of like my stages of learning, I'm a couple years in. That's the kind of guitar they dream of. So anyway, and go ahead and get a maybe little story together. Just watch the video so you know how he wants you to do it. It's kind of like he wants you to I think they're going to have like a group of people, including his wife, him, another one of his community, a guy that owns I think he owns a pretty big guitar store, music store, and from what I understand, he's supposed to have a even bigger collection of guitars than Randy does. So that's saying something from what I've seen on Randy's channel. Anyway, so just listen to what he says and maybe do a little story and send it in. It would be nice. Be really helping out a friend, and if you know a veteran that's maybe struggling, reach out to them. There's a lot of them. A lot of veterans that are struggling today that can use some support. And I'm not talking about financial. They always can use that. I'm talking about emotional and psychological and comradeship. You have to understand there's a point in their lives that it wasn't just friendship they were involved in. They were involved in a situation where the guy next to them and the guy on the other side of them had actual control of whether they may live or die. And that's a heck of a thing to have. And then when you step away from it, that's no longer there. Because life is not life and death like it is there. Just food for thought. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you next song.